Hey, it's time for Sherry Jackson here live on YouTube. Okay, let's get down to today's subject here on my YouTube, the Sherry TV, a new channel listing here, and keep that one a permanent one. It's Sherry Jackson TV time, yes. So, what I'm talking about today is another thing, big little thing. Well, it's gonna be something I'm planning a trip to London. I'm gonna do a live Christmas Day live stream late in the day from the Airbnb in London, Ontario. Plus, upon doing that, I'm gonna turn around. And what am I gonna say? Well, something to Christmas Day. No live stream on Christmas Day. But a week, 2 weeks prior to that will be coming up on December. Coming up on the second Monday, December. Come Monday, the Monday the 20th. Now following Monday, it's a day I get a lot of ground to cover, if I won't be able to do so. So I decided I may do a special YouTube live out of the campus, streaming to you from doing my Peacemaker Journey radio show and stuff for you. I noticed many people asked in my comment a couple of times about it, and I told them about it. So I may do that I have to do some talking to management on this before I proceed on doing it, if I got the green light or not. But it being that it is the Monday before Christmas week comes up, well, it's going to be something else. It's going to be different. There won't be anybody in the station to really ask because they'll be all finishing up exams and stuff. While most of the students have done their exams, there's probably not anything coming in after me. All my buddy of my next hope coming. So after me, that's great. But otherwise, things are going to be a-okay, I guess. I do my best. If you don't don't have a live stream that day on Monday, the day a week prior to the week at Christmas on, you know what? I didn't get permission. Well, anyways, have to see. That's sort of in the air right now. Because for one, I got to carry my Chromebook there. Number two, to go live stream there, I had to tie into the guest Wi-Fi, but I had to tie into the McMaster University server, of course, with this Chromebook, which I don't know how we'll neckerize it. And it's Microsoft based, of course. And know what I know? I've been drinking some foreign pops recently, a couple of foreign drinks out here. And I got one drink right here, and it's sugar-free, and it got one right here. You know what this is? This is imported stuff from somewhere somewhere down in the tropics, and it does have some real ginger in it. Not fake ginger you're gonna find in Canada Dry, but real ginger ale. Think about that. I can't. Good, the last drop. Damn, I was thirsty there. Oh, feel better now. No sugar in it. Anyway, so, what am I going to talk about? Okay, I want to talk about something else, too. That I will, in the new year. Well, in the new year, I got an issue to have to be taken care of. Number one, an overpayment. I owed a fee that held back because of the mail strike. And while I can blame Canada Post on that situation, because their responsibility to deliver the mail. But here's something that really, truly happened, and I'm very happy about it. A while back, I remember I saying, it sounds like I'm very fishy. I'm wondering where the money going at paying Canada Post to do the job. We weren't paying anybody to do the job. It was lining a CEO fat pocket. with lots and lots and lots and lots of cash. Turned out turned out that the upper level management were laundering money from the federal government. And they were doing some pretty nasty, nasty stuff with that money. Some of it went into purely the courier. And what did they do? They turned around that money laundered through a couple of companies that no longer existed. One of the companies that turned out to be hadn't been in existence for quite some time, a Eaton department store. Another company they used in there that no longer been called Roco department store, which is not another South company called Woolworths. That is going through using old names because they no longer exist companies, and they and they use, and now they didn't use Sears, but they have used those bankrupt businesses as to the sell companies, of course, saying that I'm funking $1 million into those, I funnel the money, funnel back into his pocket. He drives a big Mercedes-Benz chauffeur and limo, and the big mansion up on a hill and all that, while the workers sit down here getting CEO getting this much money. He turned around, he getting that one. Canada getting this much money for CEO this much. Canada at this much money to pay the workers, pay the mailman, to pay the people that have to sort the mail, pay duties, taxes on incoming mail into Canada, and many, many other things. Get fuel for running their trucks. Think about all that stuff cost money, of course. And what happened to that? Okay, do I know what really happened when CEO done that? Of course, what is happening is, while the postal workers rate had not increased since the pandemic, while before the pandemic, they were getting paid about $70 an hour before the pandemic. When the prices went up, their rate stayed at that rate. And then when they wanted to do Saturday, Sunday delivery and make efficiencies in the mail delivery, well, here's what happened. The union itself, so management, this is Sunday mail time out, rather said, no, we do the mail delivery on Saturday. We don't want to have other people doing it. Then that dispute with management said another thing. And then what did management do? Well, the management took pocket money, funded off into cell companies and getting away with it. Then finally, when I started speaking up a bit, I said, where's all this money going? I started asking myself, and all of a sudden that sparked a big investigation into Canada Post like you never seen before. And I demanded Secret Service to do investigation. I said on YouTube, I got asking Secret. Now, then the public were asking them to do investigation in this too. The general public was saying to Secret, I want an investigation done. Public was demanding investigation, and not only that, but the union president of poultry started demanding investigation too. Because he's seen the videos from YouTube. He done that anyway. Apparently, what the investigation was done, and guess what? The big bosses at the top of Canada Post, it's got more like a pyramid scheme, where the bosses collect all the money at the top of the pyramid, while the workers at the bottom get zilch. They're going to get, money, but they're getting the same wage got paid for a pandemic without any compensation for time that they have to sick. And worker got sick and time they died, they never got money to pay the funeral expenses. Families, supposed to buy money. You couldn't buy money because they didn't have the money to buy for funeral expenses. So there you go. It cost families all money. Now, that because what happened was they went in and they did the Secret Service in Canada did a big raid on Canada Post headquarters. And they raided CEO big fat home. They also took away his fancy big toys. Then they found out, and they found a bank account or getting money from companies that no longer existent. Like, through the major, some of them were old major department stores are long gone. Wilco and Wilco, and one of them, Wilco and Eaton, are gone. So they were saying that when the companies were no longer existent anymore. See, now that is nothing. They were forking money to Pure Later Courier out of cell companies. So then another thing, found that out too. They didn't go, well, what they did do is they turned around, they appointed, what happened at that point, the federal government of that point, the federal government and the Secret Service ceases, arrested all the management top and they all trembled this last week. The federal government came in and said to Canada Post, we want to look at the union. Okay, we want to look at the contract, what they were doing. They looked at the contract and they, whoa. You want to do the Saturday delivery? Yeah, we want to do it. We don't want contractor doing it. Whoa. Found out that the contractor, what T. Eaton company gonna do, what fake company gonna do the weekend work, so they can pay them sloppy wages, and that what's it. So then when they found that, I know what they said. From now on, all management can be done through Service Canada, not through any private owned CEO ever again. And we will take over full management of the operation permanently and will not ever put it in private running again. Well, good news is here that good news at Canada Post is sort of now we got the regular mail. Thank goodness we got regular mail back in Canada. It was hard. It was not easy. Unreliable mail. Now, this cost me several more times. Number one is the mail strike. Made delays on me receiving notices through CPP too. And top of that, also caused a lot of other missable delays in there too as well. It will cause me a lot of delays in that, delay in other mail strike, not even receiving the notice on time. And a mix-up caused on the older PN, with now I own over it. Well, I'm getting this wave because I don't get that wave. That is extreme. It will cost me extreme financial hardship. Not only will it cost me that, it's going to cost me other big problems too in my life. It's going to cost me income tax and cost me my everything out. Tax refunds, everything out title coming won't come. Everything at taxable title is not coming, won't come, because and right now I'm supposed to get my gains allowance through Ontario government, which I'm not getting my gains allowance because it's overpay fee. They're taking that gains allowance to pay it, and I should not even. They're making a mistake. I should not pay for somebody else's boo boo. And that is bad. Because of the system boo-boo in one way. Somehow it's boo-boo somehow. But unfortunately, I'm very glad that I'm going to get this payment rigged away and get my guarantee, get my gains back, which I haven't gotten since August. Last gains I got in August. I haven't got any gain. So what do you think I feel? I feel miserable. It's like, they took away that. Then they still asked me for the $1,000 up front overpayment, $2,000 in overpayment. I repeat, they but asked me for it. They done a review and they said the information correct. Now I file forms through the Ontario court system. No forms are done. I filed a couple forms, demanding a waiver on this ODSP because it will cost me faster. It will cost me now and the rent arrears I'm gonna have to pay, but do all that because of communication error through Canada Post. So I've been talking to my worker about. I very weird. I've been talking to worker at CMA about it. And she's gonna go through with me and do something about it. But this is a problem. It's a problem too. I have to deal with that too. I can't deal with the overpayment and rental arrears. So if I had to do an overpayment and I can't pay the rental arrears, see, then guess where I end up? This way. Spare sane, spare sane, spare sane, spare sane, spare sane. Piss your pop off. I end up on a fucking street. All because of idiots who don't know, that couldn't, dog are the two idiots that could not waive an overpayment. An idiot that forced me into and forced me out on a street over Z2 matters. One, it gotta go. And it gotta be the overpayment ODSP. If they don't waive it, I won't get my income tax. I won't get anything. And they'll take that away on it all. And I'll be waiting a whole year or two before I even get back. I'm trying, if I don't get waived this year, I'm not even bother filing income tax. I know why I won't bother filing income tax? Because I feel I don't have to pay it now. May not, if I get waived soon, it will be going in on Wednesday. When it goes in, there's going to be some, oh yeah. And if they don't waive that payment, you know what I'm going to start doing? I don't want to do this, but I'm going to walk into the disability ODP office downtown. I'm going to say, look, you're going to make me homeless. You know what? You don't waive a payment. I end up homeless over that. All because you stupid effing idiots. I'm really going to say it right out loud in front of everybody. I want to hear me say it, You bunch of, well, yeah. They think they can get away. Well, and you know what I'm going to do? Bang my fist on the counter. So telling them where to go attitude, giving them a hard time. And I'm really going to say it. You know what I mean? And they're not going to fucking like it when I do that. And that's going to happen again and again and again and again. So they get the message straight. I mean business. And then when I go down, then when the cops come to put me in handcuffs to haul me out of there, you know what? I'm going to sign a freaking ticket. Protest. Until protest again and again. And then, you know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to go to several unions in Hamilton, telling to go to QP Local 3906. And I'm going to get I'm going to turn around, get the union together, and we're going to do plan a very, very big fucking protest right in front of Elgin Faircop building and right in downtown Hamilton. We just going to disrupt their business so bad that and also do another protest in front of the welfare, disrupting people going into welfare, disrupting public interest. By disrupting it, that's going to cause people not to do the work, and it will cause ODSP off and get frustrated at local QP. Then they're going to turn around. I'm going to ask who organized, and QP going to say, well, one of our honorary members have come, been complaining, we're going to put a stop to. And not this one thing I plan to do. There's one thing if they don't overturn it. Another thing I will do if they don't overturn my overpayment is I'm going to turn around, make some contacts around here and see, meaning I'm going to turn around, make some contact. I'm going to turn around and probably make some big contacts in the city. And it won't be that. Well, I'm going to get a hold of political activists, but people I know and how are activists. I'm going to pull them all together. We're going to get a whole lot of funding there. I know what we're going to do. We're gonna charter up a big bus, and we're gonna take them all, and they're gonna go all over Canada. We're gonna start protesting every little town welfare office in the province, every small town from and not big city, every small town first. We're gonna start with every little town in the province from Listowel down to down to Simcoe, Cadonia, Arthrecan, and Arthrecan, and Hagersville, and every place you can think of protesting, every protest, and every small town. They won't like it, and they're gonna hate it. And then after we finish there in our area, we're gonna go up to other couple, make our way north from there, and protest in Barrie, and protest in Britt, protest in McMeadowan, protesting in Gravenhouse, Bracebridge, every little small town around, and any place, every small town in Muskoka we're protesting at. Even at the corner to Algonquin Park, a protest on Algonquin Park after White Ranger. Believe it or not, in all this, I start putting, and they don't, every small town will have protesters. And then when I travel north to McMeadowan, Ontario, protest again. Protest in front of McMeadowan, Ontario, in McMeadowan. Then down to then protest in Burke Falls. Then down to McMeadowan, protest in McMeadowan. And then from there, make it down to Kanakakwa, spend the night in Aiss at Kanakakwa, rent them for, then get this LA going, and hold hearings down at Kanakakwa about this, and then have unions, come and get pastors involved. At that point, I get BIC involved, let them fucking work this down, and then by the time, I bring and push the order of peace so hard on them that they didn't escape it. And by the way, and then comes that after the Meadowan protest, it straight back to Hamilton, right in front of Alvin Faircock building, right in the right there, protest, plug Main Street up, plug up King, block traffic coming in or down, purposely do it on purpose, and make it so difficult for people getting downtown Hamilton, they would avoid. And top of that, Andrew Horvath, the mayor, will be sitting at dump. And top of that, who will be sitting dump truck? Andrew Horvath will be sitting city dump truck on the ass and trying to wonder what to do. What are we going to do about this? We got who protest about overpay. OSP going to be burdened down to a point where the only way they ever going to get there, how do you think they were going to get there? The overpayment will wage out to a point where, and then that will happen. They will bend over their back. They won't like it, and they will bend over and wave it right there. See, that's a dude. I don't want that action. I do not want to take it, but it could happen. There's another kind of action I could take it pretty legal, and it could really make people homeless. They want to make me homeless. Well, I make everybody homeless. How? Go down to the courthouse, get an injunction, file injunction against the OSP and welfare, and freeze their bank account, but they can't issue checks to people. Everybody collecting OSP checks, they won't be able to collect it. It will bounce on bank. We'll call it NFFCs in the bank. Welfare, same thing, bounce in the bank, NFF. The city would have the only check will go one for, say, Hamilton, they won't bounce. So, okay, well, the welfare check will bounce, and they will find out that the account is frozen. People will be so pissed off until Disability Act that they're gonna be going there and say, we want it off now, start demanding it. And it's gonna say this: we can't take this off. It's froze by the court because froze. And then Drunkston Post, there's a freeze the account. Drunks broke into the office, can't be in there. And left me drunk. And the only way they can get the drunk, one, grant the overpayment to me. Two, the only other that is granting the overpayment. Number two is they'd grant it and then turn around and all of a sudden Junction stop. Everybody gets the check. By the meantime, hundreds of people end up homeless because they can't pay the rent. And they're going to be homeless. There you go. That'd be so house. Ha ha ha. Think about it. Now, these are things I do not want to do, but if the provincial government persists, make me pay that overpayment, those will be a consequence. Think about it. I not mean this is no joke. I'm tired because I can't pay the rent. Already done paperwork saying that I'm treating circuit. I want this waived because I'm extreme mental hardship. Unable to pay rent. This is no funny. This is getting serious now. Well, I'm going to do something. It's going to be either they waive it, no action will take place. If they don't waive it, after Christmas, it's going to be a hell for everybody on over the fee. Because there will be an injunction there, and I'm not fucking joking. Think about it. Well, this blog is over here, and I just gave you information. I really don't want to on that, but no, I see what you got to say in this. No. What do you think in this? What do you think of this? Blog over.